So as for the build for Summon Reaper in the 3.15 Expedition League for Necromancer, I made a tree, passive tree, basically for a physical AoE minion. So as we still, at this moment, we still don't have the Reaper in POB. Probably we'll have it after the data mine, probably with the torrent links. But for now, the tree is like this. I'm going to be putting the tree in the description. You can take a look. So the basics of the build is this. We go for Necromancer, or we start with Commander of Darkness because it's going to be a leg start to get the elemental resistances. Then you go for Mindless Aggression and Unnatural Strength, or if you prefer, you go first to Mystical Sacrifice to get the block chances on yourself for with this great and bone offering. But this much of a choice. If you go for higher maps faster, you should go here. And if you get this doesn't matter if you get the lab very fast. And if you want to really kill bosses or yellows fast, you go here. And if you don't rely as much on defense, or if you're in a softcore league, or if you are pretty comfortable in hardcore, you should go firstly with a natural strength. So for the rest of the build, we have here the links. I have Raise Spectre here in the place of Summon Reaper because we still don't have. And apparently, ideally, the 6th link will be minion damage, melee physical damage, brutality, multi-strike, and maim. Because as we can see here from Summon Reaper, the Reaper will inflict bleed. But unfortunately, the support gems don't support minion gems, right? The big one of bleed. So we are with the other one that is very good, that is melee physical, that increases the bleeding damage, and we are going to scale this with maim and multi-strike as well. So with vulnerability curse, if you hardcast or if you hex touch it, together with the Reaper itself, you're going to get approximately 70% chance for bleed. So multi-strike, everybody should be bleeding all the time. So you don't really have to rely on think about if somebody is bleeding, they will bleed, everybody will bleed, and they will take more damage with bleed, with melee physical, and of course brutality will help there, and maim as well. Maim makes them, they take even more damage. So this is for the 6th link. Now for auras, we have here Flesh and Stone, Haste, and a Dread Banner, or War Banner, really, because it's not an Impale build anymore. So War Banner for this is a big increase because the enemies take increased physical damage, so it's a debuff on them. So it's not an added layer of aggression. It's just a debuff, and it's higher, it's better. Together with Flesh and Stone, if you are in hardcore, if you are in softcore, you should link this probably with a maim and substitute the maim here for Ruthless. But since I make these builds for hardcore and I also play hardcore, I prefer to go on Sand Stance. I like to stay alive. And Haste. For this to work, I paid these nodes here that not only increase the power, the effectiveness of the auras, but also allow me to have a more reliable source of mana. We are going to have a lot of mana multipliers for that, so I'm not really sure. Maybe we don't need this, or maybe we don't need this. We have to see. Maybe this can be like this, or maybe this can be like this, or like this. For now, the path of building is full with all of it. We don't know, we still don't know how the game is going to be played. It's all a wild card as of now. The rest of the skills, we are still going to try to use Carrion Golem and Zombies, right, with me on life and mid shield, for defense and for offense too, because the Reapers are going to consume them. But when the Reapers are not consuming them, they are defending you, basically close to you, right, because of mid shield. And we have Convocation here for, I don't know, if we can have some minions, we are going to bring them back all the time with us. Reaper doesn't really need convocation because you just order him. This is going to be excellent. And here, of course, Desecrate Bone Offering and Steel Skin. Desecrate and Bone Offering. For the offering, you need to have block chance here. And Steel Skin is going to be hard guess. I think that's the best way so far as we find it. You just put in your movement skill, and that should work all the time. Flame Dash is still very promising, even after the nerfs. And Ball Lightning with Hex Touch and Vulnerability for, you know, finish off big yellows and bosses. Shield Charge with Fortify, you should faster attacks, right? You should keep doing this as much as you can, except for hard bosses that you cannot approach or something like that. Because Fortify is still a great buff to have, defensive buff. So that's it for the build. I hope that you guys have a great league, and I hope that Reap is going to reap everybody as we expect. And remember to comment and subscribe. That's the YouTube algorithm really likes it when you guys do it. Thank you so much for the views. Thank you so much for taking your time to look at this build, at my build, and many builds are going to be similar to this too. Have a great league. Bye.